Hey friends! So for today's video, my friend Sangeeta actually tagged me in the vinyl tag, and it is a series of 20 questions dealing with vinyl records and all of that jazz. Ironically, I don't have any jazz records. First question, how many records do you own? And I counted today, and including 7 inches and 45s and LPs, I have 50 records. I might have a couple here and there that are like missing or I lent to friends, but as far as I know, I have 50. So 50 records. Question 2, what kind of record player do you have? Now I had to look up mine. Mine is a TIAC turntable. I got it as a Christmas gift a couple of years ago from my parents, and I can also Bluetooth my iPhone to it to listen to music from my phone. I dig it. It also plays CDs, if anybody has CDs too. Question 3, how old were you when you started collecting records? I have had a couple of 7 inches for quite a few years, but I didn't actually start collecting records until about 3 years ago. When I was about 24, 25, I had a goal that I wanted to have my 20 favorite records on vinyl before I bought anything else. That didn't happen, but. Question 4, what is the oldest record you own? If I can get here. The oldest record I own is Simon & Garfunkel's The Sound of Silence. This was recorded in 1965. Yeah, it's in dope condition. I'm happy I have this. I got this as a gift. Yeah, 1965. That's fucking old. Question 5, what's the first record you ever bought? It was a toss-up between 2 different 7 inches, but I'm pretty sure I got this single on eBay when I was back in 2007, 2008. It was right after I started listening to We Are Scientists again, and this is a 2-sided single of Nobody Move, Nobody Get Hurt and History Repeats, which is a B-side. You know, I didn't actually know what a B-side meant until I was about 15, so now it actually makes sense. So this is a really bright red single. Everything that they have on vinyl, I want to have all of it. I'm getting close. Number 6, what is the first record you got with your own money? That record, the first one I got was the first one I bought with my own money, so that question's done. Question 7, colored vinyl. Ravenna Woods Alleyways and Animals is a beautiful pressing that they did through Rocket Heart Records, which is an all vinyl record company, local boys. I actually took this photo, so not to brag. But this one is a burnt orange color. They did this in a ton of different colors, and actually Matt picked this one out specifically for me. He was like, here, you take this. It's tie-dyed, it's super opaque. I've seen some other kind of swirly looking records that are a little more translucent, but this one's super opaque. How cool is that? That's beautiful. What is a discount album you own? I found this at a flea market in Fremont last summer. Well, a year and a half ago. This is In Excess's Shabu Shuba, and this one actually has Don't Change on it. It has The One Thing, To Look at You, Spy of Love. It was $3 at the flea market. I was like, yes please. Still pretty good. Still pretty nice. So shiny, so shiny. I love In Excess. They're one of my favorite 80s bands. Next question, what is your most prized possession? Now, this was actually a really hard question to narrow down because there's a couple of albums that I have that have a very, very special place in my heart for various reasons, but this one I decided on. This is Someone Still Loves You, Boris Yeltsin's Tape Club. Now this was a selection of B-sides and demos from 9-year period. It's a 2-disc set. It's got really nice booklet in here. It's beautiful. I love this band, but this album particularly is special to me because when I first started shooting concerts, I saw this band play with The Lonely Forest so many years ago, and then Philip, the lead singer of the band, actually contacted me and basically asked if they could use one of my photos in the booklet. And I've talked about this before, but this blue photo here is mine. When I first saw them, actually after this album came out, when Philip saw me, he was so excited. He was fangirling over me almost, which was adorable. He was like, do you want a CD or do you want a vinyl? And I was like, Is that a real question? I didn't have a record player at the time, but I was like, of course I want a vinyl. It's bigger and prettier and like fancier, and if I want to like hang it up on my wall, I can. The next question is a record by a female artist, and I will do you one better. I will do a record by an entire female band. Fuck yeah, Sleater-Kinney. This album was my favorite record of 2015. I will actually put links to pertinent videos in cards so you can take a look and see all of my thoughts on this record because it is so good. Like, when I saw Sleater-Kinney at Sasquatch that year, it just changed my world because I was like, oh my god, I can see them, it's so exciting. Next question is a record by your favorite band. Duh. I own 5 releases on vinyl from We Are Scientists. I will get my hands on the rest of all the vinyls. Don't you worry. This one is Helter Seltzer. It's their latest release and I fucking love it. It's so good. It's a beautiful blue vinyl. So pretty. Like, oh boy. Oh, it's so beautiful. I love the color of this. Next question is an impulse buy, and this album I actually found at a record store in Portland. I was actually with Sangeeta when I bought this. I don't remember which record store we went to. Do you remember which record store we went to, Sangeeta? I don't remember. This is Harvey Danger's Where Have All the Merrymakers Gone, and this has the ever iconic Flagpole Sitta on it, and the whole record is just like bomb. And when I found this, I was like, wait, this is here? Because they had never actually released this on vinyl until like the 10-year reunion, 10. I don't fucking know. It came out in 1997 and I think they released this thing in like 2014. A lot of years later, and it's actually clear. What? Definitely this was just like, I see it, I need it now, I gotta buy it. Next question is a gift, and I actually got this album for Christmas for my boyfriend, and he got it for me for a plethora of reasons. One, because we watched Stranger Things together and we fucking loved it. Two, he appreciates graphics and design aesthetics. Look at that smoke out. Like, look at that smoke out color. Like, oh boy, it's so pretty. They came out with a bunch of different colors, I think. I love it, and I love it so much. And listening to it makes me feel so excited for the next season, because I love Stranger Things. Like, I love Stranger Things. Next question is my most played record. This album is going to be no surprise to anybody who's watched any of my videos talking about music or vinyl or shows or anything. Typhoon was my life for a very long time. I bought this after I saw them play at an old church in Portland several years ago. This record is nothing short of like life affirming. The lead singer Kyle was diagnosed with Lyme disease when he was like a child. Like, he got bit by a tick and contracted chronic Lyme disease, and he still suffers with symptoms today. And when he wrote this record, he thought it was going to be the last thing he ever wrote. It hit me in such a strong way that I recommend anybody who's struggling with any sort of chronic illness, anybody who's struggling with anything, listen to this album because it is fucking awesome. Like, it's this huge folkestral band that produces this wall of sound. There's 2 drummers, and you can't help but feel stuff because Kyle, the lead singer, is so just raw and full of emotion, and I listened to this so many times. Typhoon! White Lighter. Also, I want this as a tattoo. Like, that's how much this album means to me. Like, holy shit. The next question is a rarity. This is Menomino's Friend and Foe. So this record was actually one of my like 20 favorite albums that I wanted to own on vinyl, but I could never find it. Like, I looked at every single record store for like a year. In Portland, I went to San Francisco, and I looked in Seattle, everywhere. I looked online, I looked on Discogs, and there was one that was like $90, and I was like, nah, I'll wait till I find it elsewhere. And then it came on Vinyl Me Please. My friend Renee, love you girl, subscribes to Vinyl Me Please, or at least she did when this came out, and one particular month she saw that this was the monthly album, and she wasn't the biggest fan of Phenomena. She messaged me one day and she was like, I saw that you wanted this. Do you want this? She got it in the mail and sent it straight to me. and now I own it and I'm so excited. Like, the art is so freaking cool. Like, it like twists and spins. Can you see that? So creepy. Like, I was literally messaging the band on Twitter and I was like, if you guys have any of these like extra ones lying around, I will take them off your hands. And I was messaging Barsook. Like, I was literally emailing Barsook Records, be like, are you gonna release this on vinyl anytime, please? Like, I want it. And they were like, oh, maybe someday, but not right now. And I was like, next question is a rainy day record. For me, I want to listen to something that like reminds me of something and either makes me feel shit or also makes me dance. Something. Pop Etc's Souvenir is one of those records, and I saw them play about a year ago, almost exactly, and I was so happy I got to see them play again. It was beautiful. Like, I recently talked about how much this record means to me for various reasons. It came to me in a very difficult time emotionally. It just makes me want to dance, but also makes me feel a little bit sad. Rainy days. Oh, it's cleansing, but also just like sad. You know. Next is a feel-good album, and this was no competition, like, at all. Wolfgang Amadeus Phoenix. I love this album. This is the album that got me into Phoenix. Thank you, Phoenix, for existing. This one, I can't help but dance. Like, 1901, Listomania, like, holy shit. Next question is a nostalgic album. This album I own on CD. I own on vinyl. This I actually got as a gift from my uncle because he knew how much I love Foo Fighters, and this is my favorite Foo Fighters record. It's the best Foo Fighters record. Like, Everlong is one of the best songs ever. This was like one of the first CDs I ever owned, and so when my uncle got it for me on vinyl, I was like, it was a natural fit. It was a natural progression into my collection. I'll post a link to a video when I actually went to go see them at the Gorge a couple years ago, and I got to photograph them with like the craziest lens I've ever photographed anything with. Foo Fighters, Color and the Shape. The next question is a record store day purchase. Don't judge me, but I've actually never gotten anything on record store day. One year I wasn't living in Seattle, so it wasn't really working. Second year I was working at Lush, so I had to work on record store day in the morning, so like, no bueno. Last year I was sick, so I've seen things on record store day that I was like, I wish I owned that. I wish I did, but I don't. Sorry. And then the last question is a recent purchase, and this is so recent, I bought it today. This is Spoon's new record, Hot Thoughts, and this new record is actually the first time Spoon has released anything with Matador since like 1996, since their like debut record, so like something good had to come from it, right? Yes, holy shit. Ooh baby, ooh baby. Whisper I'll Listen to Hear It, which is track number 2, like, holy fuck. If you have never listened to Spoon, I'm sorry for your life, because you're missing out. It's also bright red, which is dope. Ooh, such a pretty, like, blood red color. Ugh, So those were all the questions, and as far as who I tag Laura Nuzeth because, Laura, I know you like music, and I know you collect music, and I know you collect records. Like, girl, do this tag, because like, you're dope and I like your taste in music. Anybody else who collects vinyl, I tag you. If you are a huge music fan and love vinyl and music, and if you're an audiophile and go to shows a lot and just collect things, do the tag. As far as for today's song of the day, it is Whisper I'll Listen to Hear It by Spoon. It is off their new record, Hot Thoughts. It's all on Spotify, so you can listen to it. You don't have to go out and like purchase it on vinyl or on CD. It's amazing. It's so good. Like, Spoon. I hope you guys like this video, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't joined us already. Hit the like button if you like this and I can make more videos talking about vinyl. And if you are already subscribed, hit the little bell icon so you can get notified every time I post a new video, so that my videos don't get buried in your subscription boxes, because Lord knows YouTube is never gonna fix the subscription boxes. I just got overly intense just now. But it is 10:56 on a Sunday, and I slept in today and drank cold brew coffee. Yeah. See you guys next time. Bye!